Welcome to another episode of Junk Journal Snacks. So this is the beautiful journal that my friend Honey made for me. I absolutely love this journal and the way Honey bound it. Honey unfortunately does not have a YouTube channel, but she has an Instagram, which I'm linking for you below. So last Sunday was the first Junk Journal Snacks of 2023. Oh, I just realized it says 23 here. Which was quite a long one. So I'm going to be moving back to my Junk Journal snack size, which is between 10 and maximum 20 minutes usually. Because they're supposed to be snacks, not full meals. Bite-sized inspiration, that's what I'm looking for. So in that video from last Sunday, I went through this journal and I pre-decorated some pages and I also added pockets. So if you missed that, I show you how you can add interest with very simple techniques with supplies that you already have in your stash. And originally I thought for today I was going to work on a page like I usually did last year in this series, but I wasn't feeling it. I think I'm still kind of stuck in my head with the prompts, but that's not what I want to do today. I flipped through this journal a little bit. What I realized what I want to do is to keep decorating the pages without concentrating on having one finished page at the end. I just want to, here and there add a few bits. And I think that's what's going to make me happy today. And the first thing I want to do is, because I saw that when I flipped through earlier, is here in the back here. When I added this embellishment here, I did not realize that this was a flip out page, which is kind of an issue because this is in the way. So what I want to do instead is make this into a pocket. So first of all, I'm going to tear this down because I don't want the pocket to be that tall. So I'll just tear along here. Don't be afraid to tear paper in your journal. You do what feels right, and if that feels right to you, then please just do that. You're not destroying anything. You're just enhancing it with whatever you decide to do. Is this the size I want? Otherwise, I can also, of course, tear off. Yeah, you know what? Let's tear off some more from the bottom here. Yes, I'm very happy with that. So now I could either just glue these two edges together, but what I would rather do is, because I've missed doing that, is I'm going to hand stitch this with some embroidery thread. I have my little box here, which is actually a box meant for tea. This is where I keep all my embroidery threads that I have already opened. Since I have gold here, I think I want to stick to like neutral colors. Something that blends in. Yeah, I think, or wait. Let's see if we want more of a yellow. No, I'm going to go with this beige. I will start here on this outer end and then just stitch here and along here. And the advantage of doing that rather than gluing is, of course, that you don't lose any space, particularly in the width, because when you have the glue, of course, the glue oozes out. So you lose a bit of space, but by stitching it like this, we don't lose any space. So I'm just gonna go in, out, in, out. It's very relaxing and meditative for me. And I just had an idea. How about stringing a couple of beads on the thread? This one, for example. Let's see if it fits through the needle. Or the other way around. Let's see if the needle fits through the bead. Yes! because that could be a fun addition. Probably not ideal that it's right by the spine. I should have done that over here. I'm just gonna say it's okay. Yeah, that's fun. Maybe we can do a few more. Oh, I'd love to do this one, but that's really bulky. No, but how about some of these small ones? We could do several ones, like this gold one, turquoise one, green one. Nope, that won't fit. Maybe another gold one and another turquoise. Oh no, this won't go through. Okay, we take this gold and this turquoise. Let's take the last turquoise off. Oh, that's so fun! Do we do the whole row like this? I am tempted. Black one. Ooh. Yep, I'll go with that. No, see, this stitch is too tight for the 3 beads. So either I reduce the beads. Yeah, that's better. So now let's do the black one. Then we'll do the gold. This time we'll take white and another turquoise. And I think that's the last one. So now we can just tie it off in the back. And then we can snip off the end. Oh, how cute is this pocket! Love the beads, makes it even more special. Another element I would like to add to this journal are these dragonfly wings that I made. These might look very familiar to you because these were the prototype that I made before I made this here, which was during December, and it was on December 24th, where we had the dragonfly as an animal freebie. If you've never heard about December and you're new to my channel, please see that playlist linked below. It's a December daily series hosted together with my dear friend Louisa Heinzel, where we make ephemera for 25 days. Lots of fun, and we use a lot of prompts. So I had made these before I made these. These are a lot smaller, I'm just realizing. So I want to add these to Honey's journal. So let's find a page. Actually, I think I have one in mind already. I think it would go well on several pages. On some of these embellishments that we added to the pages, I think that would look really cute. Or even, what about here? This with some more black thread underneath would work as well. I know it doesn't show up that well in the video, but I have a better place in mind. This, I think, would also look quite nice right here with some black thread underneath. Maybe not the green one. I don't identify that much with the green. Here, for example, I think on this one it would look very cute. Again, I would add the black thread underneath. Look at that. I think that would be super cute, but I want something else. There's one tuck spot that I made last Sunday that I really, really like. It's this one right here. It looks so grungy and rusty, and I think the dragonfly would make such a great addition. And again, I want to add black thread underneath. And maybe you've noticed I've also changed my logo, both on Instagram and on YouTube. You can see this here now as my logo because I totally identify with it, and I think it's okay over time to change your logo if you don't identify with the old logo anymore. So that really felt right. And I think this might be the perfect opportunity to also tell you about my brand name and how I came to my brand name 49 Dragonflies. I have been asked this question so many times, and I've actually never shared it in a video. So here we go. It's actually quite a cool story. So actually, I didn't find the name found me. So I was trying to find a name for my YouTube channel while I was still working at an office. So the last job that I had before starting my own little creative business was at the high school office at the school that I also graduated from, which was the American International School here in Vienna, which I attended for 9 years. And after many, many jobs in between, I came back to the school to work with the high school principal for 5 years. By that time, I have had several burnouts, not only in this job, but also in a previous job. And my body was really telling me that I need to listen to it and do something creative instead of an office job. This is the most horrible way of bunching up a thread. Let's try that again. So I was trying to come up with a name for my YouTube channel, which at that point was not meant to be a business at all, but just to share my passion for junk journaling. And for some reason, the name 49 Dragonflies kept popping into my mind, and I didn't know why. But I loved the name immediately, and I looked up what the dragonfly symbolizes. I'm just going to clamp this down to make sure that it sticks. So this is what I found out about the dragonfly. So in almost every part of the world, the dragonfly symbolizes change, transformation, adaptability, and self-realization. The change that is often referred to has its source in mental and emotional maturity and understanding the deeper meaning of life. It couldn't have been more perfect for my situation because I knew my life needed to transform, and I knew I needed to adapt. I needed to have this self-realization of this is not for me. An office job is not for me. It makes me unhappy. It makes me have burnouts, and it's not the way to go. I should have pursued a creative career after school. I didn't have the guts to do that because I thought I wasn't good enough, and I've regretted it ever since. So I took the safe path and learned a job where I thought I could always find a job, which was true. I was always able to find good jobs, but it isn't what my soul needed. My soul needed creativity. And even though I always had my creative hobbies on the side, it wasn't enough. My body was seriously telling me it's not enough to do it on the side. So it was at this time that I decided to finally leave my office job and take a sabbatical to pursue my creativity. At this point, I did not know what that would look like, but I knew I had to leave my job because there were days where I was just standing in the office and a colleague would ask me, "How are you today?" Just casually, and I would burst out in tears and I could not stop. And that's not very good working in a high school office, obviously. Yeah, so I just couldn't do it anymore. I had no way to control it and I felt really stupid. So I decided, whatever happens, you need to change this because I've tried to get a grip on myself in a previous job. It didn't work. I broke down and it was finally time to take that leap and to listen to my body and my soul. So during this 1 year sabbatical, I applied for a course to become an entrepreneur. And thankfully, I was accepted. So you had to write like a business plan and everything. And this course took 9 months. And at the end of the course, you had to officially become an entrepreneur. So this course was supported by the government financially. And the payback was, so to say, that at the end of the course, you had to become an entrepreneur. So that's what I did. And I launched my online shop and I made this my full-time business. So a few days after I've made that decision for myself, I walked into my office at school and this is like out of a movie. I found my first ever real dragonfly sitting in my office on one of the desks. I still have a photo of it. I can share that right here. I just put a glass on top of the dragonfly just so I could take a quick photo, and then of course I released it into the garden. And I took that as a sign that I had made the right decision. So I was, of course, super excited, and a few days later I met my best friend and I told her my plan and about my new name, and I asked her jokingly, so what would I say if one day someone asks me how I came to the name of 49 dragonflies? Because I could explain the dragonfly, but I couldn't explain the 49. So my friend looks at me and asks me, how old are you right now? And yep, that was the answer. I was 49 when I founded my logo and my brand. So there you go. Now you know the story of my brand name. Even though the glue is not dry yet, I need to add some gold splatters. This would not be complete otherwise. And I think it also needs white splatters. This is future Barbara here. I've started editing this video and I didn't see it while I was talking to you, but I saw it then when I was editing. So this die cut negative says, do what you love. So how perfect is this for telling you the story about why I had to do what I'm doing now? And also even more perfect because this is a scrap that came from Louisa. So when I made the ephemera piece for December 24th, the idea behind that piece was to have a tribute to Louisa and my friendship. So how perfect to have Louisa's scraps here and here and here. And this whole thing just had to come together like it did. These kind of moments make me so happy and so humble at the same time. Thank you so much for spending time with me today and for all your support during my time on YouTube here. I love you guys. Mwah, mwah.
Here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop.